In this chapter, we're going to take a look at the bullet point brief. Thankfully, this has become so much easier in the last 6 months alone by being able to harness AI to really speed up the process of extracting a brief, either for our own project or for our clients if we're a web designer. I've got a standard format that works well for me for a briefing process. It's taken me 20 years of trial and error to get to this point, so you don't have to. For this project, we're going to be working with a fictional law firm based in the UK, and we're going to be working on that website project from start to completion. Even though the details are made up, a lot of what's going to go into this briefing process will be based on experiences I've had with other clients in the same sector. You might be wondering, why pick a law firm? Professional services is a really good example of the type of business that you will often build websites for if you are a professional. We at Pixelhaze have specialized working with the corporate market over the last 8 to 9 years of our existence. If you're starting out, you may not be working with a medium to large size professional services firm like the example we're going to be covering today, but that's absolutely fine. With this process, especially the briefing process and the bullet point brief that we'll be covering, can expand and contract like a concertina effect. This website will not be critical to the running of this exact business. There'll be no e-commerce. It's going to be a straightforward, run-of-the-mill brochureware website. And as a web designer specializing in working with small businesses, this is the type of project that we get more often than any other. It's a tried and tested approach. It's been battle hardened by working with industry on over 3,000 projects. And I think and hope that you're in safe hands here. Let's go take a look. We're going to start off with ChatGPT. If you are moving into web design, I would strongly recommend getting the GPT-4 engine, which comes with a subscription on ChatGPT. It also means that this is far more accessible. There are loads of third-party tools that have popped up that harness the GPT-4 engine, which is the most advanced and the most natural language processor to date. 3.5 is fine. It's solid. It does a good job of refining what we've already got in the background. But here I'm looking to do a little bit more. So I'm jumping across here to our bullet point brief process. I've got an example here of this being filled in for another fictional company. So what we do with our Squarespace templates that's on our Pixelhaze store, we create fictional companies that look realistic so that when we create our templates, our potential customers can see how they roll out. And this is a good example of a bullet point brief that's been filled in via ChatGPT. And we used another AI software called Otter, where I went through and interviewed myself when I was acting as the client and as the interviewer as well. Why did I do that? Essentially, it just gives a natural flow of how you can conduct a briefing session with a client in your studio or remotely online. So these are the questions, and we've got 10 here for the brief. So what we're going to do is copy this structure, and we're going to just leave that on the clipboard for now. And then we're going to go into ChatGPT and we're going to start priming it for this briefing process. So normally I would already have a transcript from an interview that's in text format that I would paste the transcript in, and then I would paste the structure in, and then ask ChatGPT to align the answers with the structure of the brief document to create a final formal brief that only takes 5 minutes of reviewing and fine tuning at the end. But here we're going to just speed it on a little bit. So I'm going to ask ChatGPT to fill in all the details. Okay, so I put enough of a primer in for this. Now, what I could do is actually just save this and then tweak it for each individual client. So we have the board outline. I'm really not sure how it's going to come out because I've never done it this way before. I've always primed it with the results of an interview with the client, but it should create something that we can work with. So if I press Command V to paste on a Mac or Control V on a PC, I'm just going to add a bit of spacing here so ChatGPT can see that there's a clear difference in here. Okay, I think that's enough. Let's see what ChatGPT does with that. So even though it says Manchester Legal Partners, I think we're going to call this company MLP. But this is all great stuff. The one thing we can see here is it's not really picking up the numbering. So it's putting number 1 next to all of the main titles. This isn't going to hold us up here. Yeah, there's some really good stuff in this, just to allow me to extract this and to add this into a website. Of course, when we're working with real companies, which I'm sure you will be guided more by the hand of your client. But you can see just how quickly we can process, repurpose, and deliver information on the fly here. Because what we can do next is actually use this content to write our website content as well. So what we should be able to do is to use this structure and these answers to be able to fill out our website content. I'm now going to take it the next step, which is I'm going to ask it to write the About Us page. So this, again, is something I'd interview the client to find out more about them. So a lot of this content is going to be pretty generic, but then one thing we always struggle with law firms is to get that kind of a unique look and feel, because we're not always after a design that stands out from the crowd. Often what we're trying to do is to blend in and be reassuring that we are one of the best providers of this very familiar service. And this is the same with entrepreneurship and setting up and running a business. Sometimes you can be too clever, and the approach is, and a lot of people have made, most people have been able to grow their business by identifying an area of the market that could be improved. So it's delivering their own piece of experience or delivery that can just improve upon the rest. I'm going to ask it now for team profiles. So we are jumping into the content for the website, but this is building up the backstory. It's already remembering the summaries that it's added in here, and it's just putting in a paragraph now for each of our professionals. And this is pretty accurate stuff. It's quite scary just how good the content's coming out here. Again, not good enough for if it was one of our real clients, but then we prime it, as I mentioned, using Otter AI to interview them to get this information from them and then restructure it in a formal approach. But this will make our template website that we're going to be building as part of this course look so much better. Okay, so what does the logo look like? What is the color palette? Helps if I spell palette right. And but I put these as questions actually. Image. I've not done this before, but I'm asking for a style guide essentially. Yep, so we're going to go with an MLP logo. Got deep blue, gold. Okay, that could work. And a soft gray. So what we've got there is we've got one relatively neutral color, the deep blue. We've got the gold, which is our action or impact color. We'll use this for call to actions and to make certain areas of the site jump out. And then we've got our soft gray, which will combine with white to provide a nice, neutral, professional, very corporate feel. And then we've got the imagery style as well. Okay. The final step of this brief now is to ask ChatGPT to compile it all together. So we know we need to increase our website traffic by 40% and 90% client satisfaction. Yeah, there's a lot of good information in here that we can use. As I said, because this is an introduction to web design, I've got a full course going through this blueprint process in detail, and that's available on Udemy or on our campus. There is a membership for our campus, meaning you don't have to buy every course individually. And every now and again, we've got a lifetime membership as well. But what I'm going to do now finally is ask ChatGPT to formalize this. Okay, we now have our final brief, of which we can just copy this So if I select it, I'll select it from the top. It'll be a bit easier. Copy this, and now I can paste this into a new document. When I'm pasting in from ChatGPT, is putting this grey block in the background, but I need to fix that at some point. But now we've got a great formal brief that we can forward this over to our client, and it looks thoroughly professional. And it's based on the information they provide. So I'd strongly recommend that we check everything for this, especially if we're using speech to text tool like Otter to interview the client. Things like the addresses and the names might come out slightly different. But what it would do is we'd get 90% of that information that you need to extract from your client accurate. This form of questioning is a really good place to start. And then we've got everything we need then to progress with the website. Next chapter, we're going to start to restructure this into our core content for the website. So we're going to start with ChatGPT. Then we're going to take that final information of content types that we can add into our website, and then take it over to the chalkboard and start creating our wireframe for our website.